Hey everybody. First thing I want to do is give a huge thank you to everybody who checked out my first video. My first intro to this channel that I'm doing and me revealing my haircut as I go along with vlogging. There's going to be some changes or improvements, a work in progress. I'm still learning as I'm going. So, yeah, I just want to give a huge shout out to everybody who checked out my video, who gave me back feedback, and also who gave me a lot of information. I'm not gonna lie, I was really overwhelmed because I was not expecting that many responses from it. And thank you for the folks who subscribe to my channel as well. But yeah, I hope you guys like the content that I'm gonna give out. But yeah, just want to say thank you, basically much, huge thank you. For my second video, I wanted to talk about was I know right now it's like the graduation season from a lot of my homies who are graduating college, and I just want to give a huge shout out and congrats to everyone who is graduating, because it is not fucking easy to do that, especially if you happen to be first gen, undocumented, or there's been a lot of folks who had experience going to school and being homeless, all and beyond. Like, you fucking did it, and I congratulate you all for doing that and for fucking succeeding that. Side note, um, I don't want to dismiss, the people I just congratulated, but I just also want to say having a degree does not mean that you are above anybody else who doesn't have a degree. There's a lot of different ways of success, and yeah, one of them happens to be going to college, but there's different ways than just getting a degree. Just want to do a side note from that. I want to make this video because for those who, graduated, um, some of y'all might experience this, some of y'all may not, depending on the individual. But I know this shit's real when it does happen to the people who it affects. But I want to talk about post grad depression. I did tiny bit of like Google research. There were some articles that I came across that, they're still doing research about this, especially the millennial generation, with this phenomenon, because it's still it's an ongoing progress of like research of this, so there's no solid evidence, proof, whatever, but it does happen. I can speak for my own self and for my own experience. That shit fucking hit me like Mean Girls when Regina George got hit by the bus. Yeah, that was me. I was Regina George, and that was post grad depression. Bam, kicking my ass. But the funny thing about me, or it's not funny, but to me, I was already developing that post grad depression before I even graduated. This was my last semester at SFSU. See, can't even. Anyways, yeah, I remember I was in therapy in my last 2 years of SF State. I was going to the grad students who were practicing becoming a therapist. I remember halfway through my last semester, I kind of was not giving a fuck about my studies. I was just fucking doing my own thing. Um, I was fucking around. I I was just doing everything I could to not think about that I was gonna graduate, and it was just all affecting me mentally. And I was just not fucking with me, graduating. I was just going through shit. So I remember telling my therapist that I was feeling super fucking lost. I was feeling super just don't know what the fuck to do. And she was reaffirming me, like, it's totally okay for you to feel this way. You've been going to school since you were 4 years old. You know, you didn't apply for grad school because you have a feeling that something might happen with your family, that you're just feeling that, and it's okay. Like it's okay to feel this way. But I didn't understand why I was feeling this way until I was actually talking to one of my homies, and he kind of laid it down, kind of like what my therapist was telling me, but in a way that made more sense to me. He was just telling me that, I, found a sense of community at state. I was doing shit aside just studying and being a student. I was just organizing as well with them. I was growing and developing relationships with them. And for me not to have that same routine for the next upcoming school year was definitely going to affect me, especially like I'm a little extrovert. So like being around people really kind of fuels me a little bit. Or is it ambivert? The one that's in between, or it has both introvert and extrovert, but I'm more on the extrovert side. But yeah, anyways, so to me, it kind of clicked and made more sense when he told me that. I'm like, fuck. So I remember that summer, I was just being a sad little potato. I was feeling super unmotivated. I was just feeling like, what is the purpose of my being here in this planet? I was just questioning a lot. Like, am I worth it? Am I ever going to find a belonging? Or am I ever going to find that purpose? So I remember one of my homies, um, shout out to Dominique, she posted this ad on her Instagram story. And it was from this nonprofit organization called PEP, Pinoy Pinay Educational Partnership, that they were looking for folks to teach the upcoming school year. After I got the position, I kind of was feeling a little bit insecure because me being a Chicana entering a Filipinx space, I was like, okay, how could I learn to be an ally to this community and not to overstep some boundaries because, I obviously know I'm not Filipina and I'm not gonna front to know or to be all about that when I barely like know a little bit of their culture and history. So me joining PEP definitely helped a lot with my post grad depression because at the beginning, like I was feeling all those thoughts, but then um, interacting and socializing with the folks who were in that organization made me feel safe, that it's okay, that it's a learning progress for me. It's, as long as I'm acknowledging, that I'm not trying to be someone who I'm not, you know, that type of stuff. And what helped me a lot was my first barangay there, Longfellow 2017, 2018. Those folks helped me a lot through this progress of post grad life. They saw me going through my personal mess that I was going through. They were there since day one when they saw everything. And being surrounded by those group of folks definitely made me realize that first, I feel that belonging that I've been looking for after SF State, that I had with Mecha, post grad. Like, I finally found that. But also, I developed a healthier way of how to communicate with people, because that's one thing that I'm still learning, because I'm not a really good communicator, is, well, how to communicate, and especially of like how I feel about certain things that make me feel some sort of way, that I'm like, fuck, I think I need to voice this out, because either way, like, I'm gonna have to learn how to voice it out, because how could we improve as a community or as a barangay to become to be better teachers, to be the better versions of ourselves. Being in that organization has helped me tremendously a lot with my post grad depression. It has helped me as an educator to have more experience, to learn the pedagogy. Oh my god, I finally said that word right. Hold on. It's just, I always said pedagogy, but it's pedagogy. I said it right for the first time. Okay, so I learned how to be how is it like to be a educator, how to, from learning PEP's pedagogy practice, um, and I really love being in that space. So I decided to sign up again for a second year, but this time I was going to teach high schoolers, because that's essentially where I want to teach, is high school. So this year, this past school year, I didn't really feel that um, post grad depression stuff as much as I did my first year. But I just knew I had to get my shit together to apply for grad school, because I did not want to wait another year of me not being in school, especially, or not being in school and not working towards my goal to get my teaching credential, my master's. So with another video, I'm going to talk about grad school stuff, but I finally feel at peace from the post grad depression, because, well, now I'm going to go to grad school, but, that's just me personally, of the shit that I went through to be where I'm at. Because I know there's some homies of mine who are still feeling it, or who are still going through it, and you're not alone. This shit's hard. I just realized one thing I forgot to add is, like, at least with me, I'm a first gen, and for me to feel this way after all my fucking parents' sacrifices and everything that they've done for me to be at this place, it's like, fuck. Like, I don't want to sound ungrateful or sound like all their sacrifices went through to nothing, but it's just like, fuck. But I mean, that's my experience. That's all I could say about it. But I just wanted to do this video, because I know some people may feel this way after. And I just want to say that you're not alone. There's other folks who are going through it, who are still going through it. And, if you ever need to vent, or to just fucking just let it all out, you're so welcome to go to slide in my DMs to just fucking vent. And I'm just here to listen. Just to fucking be heard. Um, I guess that's it for this topic. Post grad depression is real. for the folks who have not experienced that, don't invalidate others who are experiencing it. I don't mean it to like end it on a sad note or something, but you know, um, you're gonna survive. You're gonna you're gonna go through it. All right, y'all. I think that is it for today. I guess I could say one thing that's totally unrelated. But yeah, check out this fucking hair growth process or progress. Process or progress. I think it's progress. But yeah, so this is my hair 3 weeks after the haircut. So I better give up a side. Let's see what's gonna happen as it grows. I really hope I get my beautiful curls back, but I mean, we'll see.